Hi.
I am not Dick Betts.
Yeah,
This is Dick Betts.
and I am not Kindal. This is Kindal. If you watch part one, she kind of shocked me when she comes on and says, "Hey, I'm Dick Betts," and she's not. Anyway, part one, I got a lot of response from some of you, mostly female, as Kindal discussed what's the name of that clothing place out there on
Marie Rose.
Marie Rose, and then she also got into bargains and blessings in Wildwood. So now we are going to go into some more thrift shops, and as promised, I'm going to shut up and let my queen of the hometown of Burlington, Iowa,
yeah.
take the show from here.
Okay.
So, Kindal, all yours.
So I'm just going to talk about a few more options if you want to thrift in or near the villages. And one of them is Bargains and Treasures, which is mostly just furniture. There's no clothing there. But lamps, photos, vases, home decor. There's patio furniture sometimes there. So that one is on right off of 466.
Close to Oxford.
Yeah, and it's kind of up there towards the Walmart area, across from Walmart.
Across the railroad tracks.
Yeah.
Can I interrupt here?
Yep.
Almost perfect. 441 also is another great place for used furniture. It's got these big barns. Have you been out there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I thought Almost Perfect isn't just consignment, it's new.
It's not consignment. It's
Yeah,
new.
no,
it's
it's
not
new.
new, but it's pre-owned. So anyway, go ahead.
Okay.
All right.
So that's a good place to go if you want to just check and see for some furniture options. And then Yield Thrift Store is another good one, and that one is in Lady Lake, off of 441.
Okay, if you know where the Wawa is, behind the Wawa on 441, you have the park that has the train and stuff. They're right there, Lady Lake 441 on the right-hand side.
And they are closed on Mondays, but they do accept donations, I think on Mondays and any day of the week. That one has a little bit of everything, and they too have a color code of the week. So if you go and it's a red that week, it would be 50% off. I got a really cool Keurig coffee maker there. It was ticketed price was $10, and I didn't even realize it when I got up to pay for it. It was one of the color codes, and it cost me $5 for a Keurig coffee maker.
And it works.
And it works.
Yeah. Can't beat that.
Yep. Most everything they test. Usually, if you keep your receipt and you go home and it doesn't, you can bring it back. I think you have a couple of days to do that.
If I can interrupt again,
Yep.
I'm good at that. Michelle and I walked in there, and they had a laminator, a big laminator. No paper, but for laminating, it was $5. And we bought it like 4 years ago. And you can't believe, if you have a laminator, all the stuff that you can laminate in your life. So go ahead.
Yeah. So there's that one. The next one is Restoring Hope in Wildwood, and that's mostly clothes. I think there is like another little section that has books and a few house items, but mostly women and men's clothing. And then the next thing I wanted to talk about is the Goodwill. There's two that are pretty close locally. One is close to the Walmart on 466, and that Goodwill, by that driving range, there's a driving range behind Walmart. So if you go back kind of by that driving range, you'll see the Goodwill back there. And that one has, and again, color codes of the week. And if you join their Suncoast Perks program, because that Goodwill is affiliated with the Suncoast, on Friday and Saturdays only, those ticketed items are $1.98. So for example, if you go in and the color of the week is red and you see a dress that's got a red ticket and it's $19.98, if when you go to pay for it, it will be $1.98 on Friday and Saturday, because those are they just want to get rid of everything. So, and then the next week starts with a new color code. So that's a really cool kind of thing that I found out. The other Goodwill doesn't do that, but it has a lot of different choices in that Goodwill as well, and that's the one on 441 by Total Wine. You know where that is, right, Dick?
Yeah, slightly. Go ahead.
In the golf store.
Yeah.
And then the last Goodwill that I wanted to talk about, there's so many. If you could drive from here to Orlando and you could probably stop at 5 of them at least, if not more. So there's Goodwills everywhere, but there's one in Ocala that is a clearance Goodwill, and I wanted to talk briefly about that one. They sell their items by the weight or by the pound. So when you go in there, it's a lot different than the other Goodwills. There's no hangers, there's no racks. It's all in these big bins, and you really have to dig through stuff. It won't be everybody's cup of tea, but if you're into like a good deal and you can actually don't mind digging through stuff, you can find some good stuff there. People go in there and they have like carts full. I think people buy stuff and then who knows what they do with it.
Yard sales and so forth.
Yeah.
And they sell it by the pound. How much is
They
a pound?
So like textiles are $1.89 a pound, shoes $2.49 a pound, purses $1.69 a pound, vases, I think that's what that says. No, wares.
Wares?
Like what you wear is $1.39 a pound. Linens $1.39. Books 69 cents a pound. Glassware 39 cents a pound. I just was there and took a picture of the board, so I would have this. Of course, those prices could change. You never know. And comforters are $7.49 per piece. That was the only thing that's not done by the pound. It's done by the piece. So anyway, and there is another regular Goodwill not too far from the clearance Goodwill.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, both of us have been involved where somebody passes, the family's north, and they basically want to get rid of things. And you must have made that one house probably 15 trips to Goodwill and Ye Olde Thrift Shop.
Yeah, we did.
I had one. There wasn't enough there for an estate sale, and the family said just get rid of it. And we took, 10 or 15 loads to Ye Olde Thrift Shop, some to Goodwill. So a lot of times realize that there is a lot of good stuff out there.
Yeah.
And extremely economical. I don't want to say cheap, that doesn't sound right. But anyway.
One day I was at the Goodwill by Total Wine and I saw this purse and I could just tell it was like a higher end purse. Usually the Goodwill, I think, kind of sifts through some of that and they send really high end stuff to their online Goodwill store. But I opened it up and I could tell like the inside had like just pockets and different things that I could tell. So I Googled it real quick and the purse was worth like about $250. So of course I snagged that, and
how much?
I paid $19.87 or it was just under $20.
$120 for
Yeah.
a $250 purse.
Yeah. So I mean, every once in a while, if you're on the watch out, you can score a really good deal.
If this real estate thing doesn't work out for you, you could go to Goodwill and buy things and turn around and put it up on eBay.
I could, but I would rather do this. So.
I'd rather you do this. So, okay, that's it. It was too.
Oh wait. Do I have time to just
You
say
have
one more
time.
thing?
Just go ahead.
Okay, there's two other things I wanted to talk about. One is on Facebook. There's a Facebook page called Thrift Shopping and TV, and the lady that's in charge of it will post all of the estate sales and do a map of it. And so she does it weekly. So every week she tags everyone that's a member of that Facebook page, and you can see all the estate sales and a little map for it. So there's that. And then there's this website called Eventbrite. And if you just Google Eventbrite, and I think we'll have a link on your little blurb that you put out.
Okay.
And they have these things that are called thrift shopping party bus. And you pay for a ticket, and all these ladies get on the big charter bus, and they go to these different towns for thrift shopping. And the fee includes like a small little breakfast, like maybe some rolls or something, bottled water all day, and then a light lunch. They like bring in sandwiches or something. Now, I don't know exactly how much it is, but there is a fee to do that. And then there's plenty of room to store all your goodies underneath the bus. Yeah. And you can even BYOB. That's what it said.
Okay.
So you can bring your drinks and you can thrift shop with your friends and meet other ladies and stuff, but it's called Eventbrite. And there's one, I think, coming up soon, and then there's another one in January, but I'm going to attach the links so you guys can check it out if you want.
Yeah, there you go. So thank you, Kindal, for these two last sessions. I asked her before what she thought people would be interested in, and thrift shopping and consignment shopping, and after the response to the first one, it definitely is true. So that's it. Until next time, see ya.
See you later.
Bye.